I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning, parents, guests, and class of 2022. I am Noah Wheeler, and as your Wake Young Women's Leadership Academy Early College President, I would like to welcome you all to the class of 2022 graduation ceremony.
Good morning. Welcome all. My name is Bruce Davis III. I am a WYMLA ambassador in my time here. It is truly an honor to be standing here today. To be able to address such an amazing class is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And so this moment is special. It's wonderful to see everyone, their families, and to have our special guests here today.
We would like to give a big thank you to the parents for not only coming out here today to see your student and celebrate their accomplishments, but for taking the time to pour your love into your student and helping them grow into the leader that we have in front of us today.
Before we begin, we would like to recognize our special guests and extend gratitude to these esteemed individuals for being here to celebrate the class of 2022.
Superintendent of the Wake County Public School Systems, Kathy Moore. From the Wake County Board of Education, Board Chair Lindsay Mahaffey. Board Vice Chair Chris Hegarty.
We have the board member, Monica Johnson-Hostler, as well as Roxy Cash. Representing the Raleigh City Council, we have Corey Branch. And representing the town of Mooresville, we have Mayor TJ Cawley.
From the Superintendent Leadership Team, Dr. Lloyd Gardner, Chief of Staff and Strategic Planning.
We have the Northwestern Area Superintendent, Mr. Cedric Williams. We have the Assistant Superintendent for Data Research and Accountability, Dr. Brad McMillan, as well as the Assistant Superintendent for Academics, Mr. Drew Cook.
And from St. Augustine's University, Vice President of Strategic Planning, Research, Technology, and Innovations, Dr. Terry Kidd.
We would also like to acknowledge the faculty and staff of both the academies, as well as the professors and staff from St. Augustine's University, who are seated in the audience. Would you please stand? Thank you.
Arthur Ashe once said, "Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can." Today, May 20th, 2022, is the day that we start our lives as leaders. Sitting here today, we have taken a path that not many other peers have chosen. And while we may have wondered if staying here was the right choice for us with missing out on pep rallies, football games, and the notorious senior skip day, we were gifted with the opportunity to build this community of strong leaders. While taking classes on a college campus and going on field trips to help build insights to careers we didn't even know were possible sitting here on this monumental day.
And I could not be more proud of us for all that we have done to prepare for this special, special moment. A great man once said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. That great man was Bill Nye the Science Guy. And what that says to me is that our future starts today. It begins with the decisions and the opportunities that you take at this moment. Today is an important day, and this moment, in this instance, is monumental to each of us. This ceremony will conclude a chapter of our lives, and it will be up to all of us to determine what shall be written in the next chapter as we fill in the blank pages of our future. And so now we are on to bigger and better things, where we will have new experiences and we'll learn many new things as well. Not only academically, but we'll also learn new things about ourselves. And so I hope and pray that during these new experiences that we all go through, that none of you have to even lay eyes on another uniform again. I hope that you never let go of your amazing dreams and the goals that you've shared with me. And most of all, I hope that you never stop believing in yourself.
While speaking on those new experiences, junior year was our year of transition. And not only because we got rid of our uniforms, like Bruce mentioned, but for joining together as one school. We were gifted with the opportunity to grow as leaders separately and come together and create a bright web of strong leaders. While it may have been hard to adjust to the single-gendered experience, the school allowed us to create strong bonds when joining together in a co-ed setting because we were strong in ourselves and understood one another. All that to say that just because we are graduating today does not mean that we will lose those connections. And while it may mean that we're growing apart in distance, that does not mean that we have to grow apart together. Once we cross this stage, it will be in all of our hands to take charge and shape what we do moving forward.
And I believe that we're all more than ready. These connections that we have forged are strong, and they will grow just as we will. I've been blessed with the opportunity to learn so much about each of you and to build relationships with each of you bright individuals. And so I'm certain that your futures hold nothing but accomplishments and prosperity, and an abundance of it at that. And so, as we go forward from this day, I know that we're all transitioning into new eras of our lives. Eras of opportunity and greatness, eras of wisdom and leadership, eras of adjusting and growth, and maybe some eras of questionable choices in college for a few.
Here we are, the day that we have waited patiently for. This instant symbolizes our hard work. This cap and gown symbolizes our perseverance and determination. We have acquired so many stories to build up to this moment.
Stories of triumph.
Stories of growth.
Stories of college acceptance or enlisting to the military.
And stories of group chats the night before exams.
And it all starts here, in this fleeting moment that we now have together and we're all attempting to grasp onto. This is a moment in history for all of us. This is setting the stage for something monumentous in each of our paths. Thank you.
Now we will have greetings from St. Augustine's University.
Greetings and salutations. On behalf of our president, Dr. Christine Johnson McPhail, the 13th president of the illustrious St. Augustine's University, I am honored to greet you and celebrate your graduation from the Wake County Young Men's Leadership Academy and the Wake County Women's Leadership Academy. St. Augustine's University wears this partnership with Wake County with pride. Throughout this partnership, we have had a chance to bring life to our commitment to leadership and to scholarship. Today, your graduation is evidence that you are prepared to be the next generation leader. For we live in a time where leadership is almost important. You are that leader, Congratulations to you on this great day. May God continue to smile and bless each of you.
Good morning. I am Sarah Berrio,
And I am Joseph Beji.
and we have the honor and privilege of speaking to the families,
Friends,
mentors,
teachers,
staff, and
students on this monumental and joyful day.
throughout the time at our time at the Leadership Academies, we have learned to establish ourselves through leadership. We have modeled the way, inspired a shared vision, challenged the process, enabled others to act, and encouraged the heart.
These are skills that we built over the years, skills that have been acquired with hard work and passion. The Wake Leadership Academies taught us the importance of leadership. They strengthened our intuition and reminded us to smile in the face of adversity as we challenged and created a solution and built something better for the future.
Our educational journey has been a long one that has been full of some of our most meaningful memories and greatest challenges. Today, we are wrapping up part of that educational journey, one that started 13 years ago in kindergarten.
I know our parents and some of us can remember our first days at school, the excitement and the energy we had, the curiosity that sent us into a frenzy all day, excited to go home and show our parents our new homework assignments or butterfly cocoons, tell them about the field trip or the interesting new brews we got. I remember my first day in kindergarten. I went the entire day being excited, doing everything with flying colors, then getting off the bus and scraping the literal life out of my knee. It was honestly one of the most painful memories I've ever had. I can still remember my grandma telling me to be careful and to watch my step as I got off the bus. I took that advice and carefully planned and watched my steps throughout elementary school and middle school, through the ranks of the main campus, even onto the early college campus. Be careful and watch my step. This is a crucial lesson that I believe everyone should take and apply to their lives. We're going off to all different parts of the state and the country. We must watch our steps and guide them accordingly to our goals, and form mindsets around them that will keep us guided onto the rest of our journeys. We must be vigilant in our words, on our actions, in our thoughts, and in our reactions. Everything from this point on will have an impact on your life ahead. So we learn from our past to shape the future.
Like Joseph, I also had an impactful first day of school, but definitely not as painful. One that, like him, shaped my future. At my first Yellow Rose ceremony, I was a tiny 5'6" sixth grader with a massive backpack full of 4 subject notebooks, pencils, binders, and locker decorations. I swear the backpack probably weighed as much as I did at the time. My mom spent the entire morning taking hundreds of photos of me, all in my adorable school uniform, she said. When we finally arrived on campus, we walked from the cafeteria to the auditorium, seeing the then seniors handing out yellow roses. I remember thinking, wow, I can't wait to be one of those seniors handing out the roses. This was my introduction to Waiwala, a yellow rose, bearing the meaning of friendship and welcome. A yellow rose that reminded me that I was now part of something bigger, a part of a tight-knit community determined to build the best versions of each other. This year, I was one of those seniors handing out the yellow roses and creating that memory for the incoming sixth graders. That is truly a tradition that makes us Wake Young Women's Leadership Academy.
Instead of a yellow rose, at Wimla, we get a gold tie. Like many of my brothers in this room, I remember my first gold tie. I remember showing up to school on a well-dressed Wednesday and listening to the morning announcements and reciting our creed and Pledge of Allegiance. I can remember Mr. Solomon announcing the winners of the gold tie for that week. For all of my brothers in this room today, we all know that the symbolism of that tie, it isn't just a tie that we just get because. It is acknowledgement by those who teach us that we stand out, a leader amongst leaders. And in many ways, I see that in this audience today. We, the class of 2022, are the leaders among leaders, the movers and shakers of our communities, our industries, and the country and world as a whole. We are capable of so much more than we could possibly imagine, and we are all at the doorstep of turning our potential into a reality.
The formation of that potential started at the Academies has lasted 7 years. And in that time, I have created lifelong relationships, have had one-in-a-lifetime experiences, and built myself both professionally and personally. The girls in my grade are some of the most phenomenal people I have the privilege of getting to know, and that wouldn't be possible without the hard work and dedication of the teachers and administration. We use the term sisters here, because at the end of the day, it is a family. Throughout my years, I've seen students come and go. The new students we have welcomed in with open arms, and those who have departed never truly leave. We have grown up together in a sense. We've seen each other's highs and lows, worked together, laughed together, cried together. And this has shown me the importance of our sisterhood.
I would never forgive myself if I didn't mention the relationships that I have with my brothers here. I owe much of who I am and where I am today to my brothers, and I can only hope they can say the same about me. The time we spent on assignments, studying for tests and exams, laughing and joking about our insane workload, the random situations we would find ourselves in with professors or teachers alike, our passions and our leadership skills taking form. None of this would have been possible without the collaboration of each and every one of my brothers here today. We truly embodied the phrase, my brother's keeper, and we definitely respected the families that we created with each other during our time here at Wymla. For that, I'll forever be grateful.
It went by fast, 177 days completed in what now feels like the blink of an eye. Looking back, we couldn't wait for the year to be over, and now that it is, we can't help but feel mixed emotions.
While this chapter of our lives is coming to an end, the next few months will be full of fun and opportunity. Most of us have been together for the last 7 years, and we have gained friends and family along the way.
We got through the college application season, got through the college acceptance season, all on top of maintaining good grades, extracurriculars, and social lives. But we must acknowledge these moments, because isn't that what life is? Aren't the moments the most memorable part of life? Together, whether it was online or in person, we created a community of students that depended on each other, lifted each other up, and always knew how to have fun together. We are changing the world and capturing the attention of everyone around us with the strides we are making. Things like 7th grade math or 9th grade geography lessons may go forgotten, but we will always remember the time that we spent together here. It shaped us into the people we are today, and that is something we will carry all into our future endeavors. We stand here today to honor the class of 2022. We did it! Our past has shaped us, and now it's time to enter our future with enthusiasm and interest.
Once again, congratulations to the young men
And young women,
of the commended,
celebrated,
cherished
and championed
class of 2022. Today is our day. Celebrate and be glad. The past is the foundation for the future.
Good luck.
During the course of our educational careers, each one of us has had to secure our own individualized set of navigational tools, all guiding us to this morning. While we have all successfully traveled to this moment, we have all done so differently. Some may have navigated in the confines of comfort, some in the lands of the unknown, and some striking a balance. However, the one true pivotal piece of one's navigational journey is that they have the ability to lead themselves. We often learn that leading others is the paramount task in life, and tend to forget what true leadership embodies. The ability to lead oneself, so in turn, one has the capacity to effectively lead others. As we enter this next chapter of life, we must not only hone in to the skills we have curated during our time at the Wake Leadership Academies, but also acknowledge that times of endings and beginnings encompass numerous dialectics. This is a time in our lives where insecurity can surge, but excitement can also overwhelm. And where uncertainty may even be the norm, but also where newly acquired independence is secured. Holding on to the foundations of holistic leadership will allow us to thrive during this next part of our lives.
Upholding a strong sense of community will also prepare us for a strong entrance to our post-secondary lives. As Wake leadership students, we have been nurtured as leaders through the lens of community-based ideas. And with that shared background, we have the unique opportunity to view this next part of our lives as a time to hold space for all of humanity, understanding that emphasis on community leads to the most meaningful opportunities. We have spent years showing up for one another. Now we show up for our new communities, highlighting Wake leadership's detailed values, as well as our freshly refined leadership skills. As we travel through these untouched pathways, meeting new people, committing to exciting tasks, and acquiring more sophisticated skills, We will become more responsible and independent, allowing us to fully engage in these steps. We know how to approach the challenges that will arise, and we are sure that all of us will tackle these obstacles with success and boldness.
We also know that holding on to our own personal set of values will enable a more structured guide to success in this chapter. Words that came to mind for Sam and me while discussing our values were growth,
Excitement,
opportunity,
change,
and partnership. We invite you to reflect upon your personal visions and goals for the next 4 years. What do they look like? How has our school provided you with a foundation for these goals? And how do these visions uphold your own set of navigational tools? The use of self-reflection enables us to maintain a harmonious approach to our desired achievements. There will be moments where we take the wrong turn, but having the overall knowledge that we as individuals have the power to always return to ourselves and our truest selves, as well as our most authentic set of values, can provide us all with comfort as we embark upon this next portion of our lives. Now is the time for our individual paths to unfold. We are all blazing ahead on various life trajectories, and it is imperative to appreciate that this is an overwhelming time. With that acknowledgement, we must prioritize our well-being, allowing for restful breaks and self-reevaluation. These acts of self-care will enable us to be the empathetic trailblazers the Wake Leadership Academies have guided us to be.
We stand beside you all with so much pride, having full awareness that we are part of a generation who understands that you must lead yourself before you can lead others. A generation who will ignite much positive change in this world through their all-encompassing perspectives on leadership. As we move forward, let us not forget our time here and how it has enabled us to further our leadership, grow as individuals, and create such meaningful connections. We are here today as united classmates, having full confidence that Wake Leadership has prepared us for these next steps. Graduation is something to really be proud of, so celebrate yourself. 13 years of hard work and commitment have helped us prepare for the future. We now join the ranks of alumni from the Wake Leadership Academies, understanding our full commitment to leadership,
Service,
success,
and all of humanity.
and on that note, we say once more,
Congratulations to the class of 2022.
As we prepare to present diplomas, we ask all of you to respect the dignity of this ceremony. Our seniors have worked extremely hard to reach this milestone.
Seniors and their families deserve the right to clearly hear their names, as it is called today. We share your excitement, and we're too excited for our graduates.
We respectfully ask that you refrain from clapping, yelling, cheering, or calling out names during the presentation of diplomas. These disruptive noises prevent other families from hearing the names of their seniors that follow.
We will give you an opportunity to properly recognize our seniors. Together, let's give our graduates the dignified and special ceremony they and you deserve. Thank you.
Marbella Dayanara Alvarenga Cuchillas. Juliana Sofia Baucom. Madison Renata Brown. Samaya Rain Brown. Sarah Rebecca Goldstone Carter in absentia. Madison Isabella Condor. Kayla Christina Cooper. Brooke Lynn Davenport. Kiara de la Cruz. Leilani Yvette del Cid Leyva. Catherine A. Embry. Joelle Zaira Faulkner. Melanie Halibert Sanchez. Sage Catriel Gladstone. Sofia Herrera Acosta. Clark Elizabeth Humphrey. Adania Zaire Johnson. Taylor Lee Johnson. Wanjuru Kimani. Cheyenne Isabel Lehman. Callie Rose Liquori. Cindy Martinez Luviano. Corey Andrea Mazik. Aurora Faye McDonough. Anaya Brene Morgan Jones. Taylin Nikita Murray. Georgia K. Nelson. Blessing Oremi Okaru. Ellen Mackenzie Pierce. Rachel Quintero. Sara Iris Ribeiro. Jimena Rivera Romero. Gabrielle Fiani Smith. Stella Josephine Speaks. Mia Judith Stevens. Sydney Ariana Strickland. Carol Catherine Taylor. Noah Alina Wheeler. Tashana Lanai Wilkins. Please join me in congratulating the Wake Young Women's Leadership Academy class of 2022.
Ethan Thomas Bradley Fu. George Elijah Dale. Bruce Kawan Bud Davis III. Isaiah Javier Davis. Yusuf Khalid Elbosiuni. Devin Lamons Emerson. Alexander Azinwi Fusi. Ethan Matthew Alejandro Garcia. Joseph Isofa Beji. Ashbel Gill. Joshua Patrick Jacoby. Chandler Allen Jenkins. Camden Lawrence Jones. Brian Jamel Lucas. Bryce Malachi Moore. Cameron David Peppers. Sam William Poliachek. Gavin Blaine Quinn. Joseph Jeremiah Skiba. Alex Michael Stout. Carlos Adrian Toledano Rios. Joseph Harrison Terry II. Nicholas Andrew Valet Quintero. Aaron Benjamin Watkins. Nehemiah Joel Westmoreland. Please join me in congratulating Wake Young Men's Leadership Academies class of 2022.
Board of Education
We certify that seniors seated before us
have met all state and local graduation requirements.
Will the seniors who are seated by the podium please come to the front?
Class of 2022, please stand.
By the authority vested in us
By the state of North Carolina
and the Wake County Board of Education, we
We
pronounce you graduates of
Wake Young Women's
and Wake Young Men's
Leadership Academies. If you haven't turned your tassel, you may turn your tassel. Class of 2022,
You may turn your tassel.
congratulations.
And best wishes.
Marshals, please prepare for the recessional.